Hello, this is Ivy Powell, and I'm here today to talk to you about some myths and half-truths about deceptive advertising. There's an article here written by Roscoe Sterrick. He's a former commissioner, and this was dated back in 1996. And although it is kind of dated, I do feel like the information found in this article is very, very valid. He talks about 9 different myths, and due to the amount of time that I do or do not have, I don't want to be able to not talk about all of them. So I'm just going to pick a couple of them and elaborate a little bit on them. One of my favorite myths that he has listed is he says this: if your product has some benefits, then your ads won't be challenged. And that is definitely a myth. But some people do believe that if your product, what you're selling, produces a benefit, then nobody's going to challenge that. In other words, if somebody is selling something like, I don't know, hair coloring, and it colors the hair that somebody wants that color, then that ad is probably not going to be challenged. That's a myth. It is going to be challenged. People look for things all the time to challenge other people, to challenge ads and all these other things. So I know that just because a product has a benefit, it doesn't mean that it's not going to be challenged. But one of my other favorite ones is testimonials are substantiation. And what that means is if somebody says, oh, I love this product, or a doctor endorses a product, then, or they say, oh, an actor or an actress actually used this product, then that's substantiation enough for a person to go out and buy that product. And I used to fall for infomercials such as those that say that somebody used it and so therefore it's a great product and so it'll work for me. And there's a couple of different kinds of products that I actually fell for, and I hope that I've learned my lesson through the years to not fall for one of these kind of ads again. Another myth that kind of goes along with the substantiated one because somebody else famous used it is as if an endorser uses that product and really likes it, then you can safely use their endorsements. And this is where I recently actually did get duped. And a thread that we had been going back and forth on for this week, somebody had mentioned, oh, I really take a lot of value in the customer comments. And today's internet, the society today, there's so much technology that it's not a problem to get on there and see what customer reviews are. Well, it's true, it's not a problem, but they can still be fake. And I just recently moved from Colorado Springs to the Greeley area. When we were leaving the Colorado Springs house that we were living in, there was a stain or a couple of juice stains on our carpet. Well, of course, I needed to clean those stains up before we moved out. And every kind of cleaning solution I had tried wouldn't work. And so I found this cleaning solution online. It was very expensive and it was guaranteed to take out even the toughest stains. I got on there and looked at the customer reviews. People had posted pictures of before and after, talked about how great this product was. There was a 1-800 number on there, so I called them up. And this is where it's saying as long as the endorsers use the product and they like it, then they can safely use it. Well, that's what I thought. So I called them up. The guy said, oh, I really love this product. I've never had anybody come back and say it's not a great product. And so I purchased it. Lo and behold, I get the product. It was quite pricey. I paid for overnight or whatever fast delivery, and it was to no avail. The stains are still there, and at the end of the day, I still ended up having to pay for it. So don't think that just because an endorser really liked it, then it's a really great product. And finally, I'm going to talk about one more, is the results may vary tactic. Um, just because it says results may vary doesn't mean it's an adequate disclosure. It doesn't mean that that the product is great, and it doesn't mean that just because you put that disclosure on there that you're safe from any kind of ad, uh, legalities. And actually, there's one more I wanted to talk about. All of these are really great myths, in my opinion, and really great to point out, regardless of whether it was 1996 or 2014. But the other one that I wanted to speak about very quickly and touch on is the one that talks about, just because it's advertising on the internet doesn't mean that no rules apply, and that certainly is not the case. In fact, I just put a ad on the Thrifty Nickel, and it's online, and I had to sign a consent form. Of course, that's not an infomercial, but it's still advertising something. It's advertising pure-blooded German Shepherds, and it's going straight online, and I had to sign a consent saying that I'm not going to put anything illegal in that ad. And so just because it's online does not mean that it's exempt from any kind of legalities. I really appreciated these myths, and I hope that this gave a little more insight on some of the false advertisement that happens out in today's society.